Hello everybody, it's jrobi. I'm going to be posting some Grandmaster level chess tactics online once in a while, and I'm doing this because it's part of my personal chess study, and I've been looking through Grandmaster games much more than I have in the past. I think I'm at the point now where I can at least start to understand some of the things that are going on and make use of that in my own chess matches. And actually this match here comes from the very first World Chess Championships played between William Steinitz and Johannes Hermann Zukertort, and it was round 20. And actually, it's kind of interesting. I posted, if you go to jrobichess.com, I've got a lot of Grandmaster databases that you can instantly access through the main page, and it takes you right to all the rounds, and you can click on the round and the player and the game and stuff, and go through them fairly quickly. And I did that because I wanted to make the whole process of going through these Grandmaster games as simple as possible. I didn't want to have to open up a bunch of programs and go through it like that. And one of the forum members from our forum community sent me a PGN of all the World Chess Championship games. He sent it yesterday, and I want to thank Eduardo for that because it's very handy, and this actually is a direct result of me looking through the very first round of the World Chess Championships. And I found it very interesting because, you know, in a lot of tactical puzzle books, a lot of the moves are forced, like mates in 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's great for practicing, for sure. But what I've noticed looking through the Grandmaster games that I've looked through so far is that a lot of times the Grandmaster level tactics, while some are forced, a lot of them aren't, and they just instead try to subtly rely on the opponent making the most logical looking move, which usually ends up being the most destructive move. And so we're going to get into it here. Now it's white to move. William Steinitz is playing white, and if you want to pause the video and go ahead and see if you can come up with the line that Steinitz engineered here, definitely go ahead and do so. But basically what Steinitz did is he comes in with his bishop and he takes the knight. And Zukertort plays the most logical looking move. To maintain his pawn structure here, he plays knight captures. Now Steinitz comes crashing into the position with the rook, and Zukertort makes a mistake of capturing with his pawn. Now this illustrates the upcoming move illustrates really two concepts that I've been reading a lot about in chess books. The first is removing the defender, and the second is a pin, and the third is a fork. It was a very nice tactical line that Steinitz came up with, because after the pawn captures, you'll notice that this pawn was defending the f6 square. But now that the defender is gone, so the defender has been removed, Steinitz simply comes in with a beautiful fork, and this bishop is pinned. It can't attack the knight, so the king has to move, and once the king moves, this queen falls. And Steinitz has a full 8 points of material up on his opponent here, or sorry, 7 points of material, and Zukertort resigns. Now if we go back to, let's go back to this position here. There's really not a lot that Zukertort could have done. Let's take a look at some examples though. Let's say after the bishop captures here, let's say Zukertort uses the pawn. Well, this just allows for the fork to happen anyway because the defender's removed, so he's going to lose his queen in this position also. But another option for Zukertort that would have maybe kept him in the game a little bit is after the knight captures, just to simply, once the rook comes in, just to simply ignore the rook and come to the conclusion that, you know, really you're going to be down 2 points of material. He was up ahead a pawn before this all started, so he would only be down 2 points of material. So he would have still had a fighting chance. Probably would have lost anyway, but he could have went on fighting instead of losing the game outright. But as it turned out, he took, the defender's gone, knight fork, king moves, and there goes the queen. So it was a very, very interesting line, and I want to share that with you guys today. And I'm going to be posting them once in a while when I come across good tactical lines that I, come across in my chess studies. So hopefully you guys will find this useful as well. And I look forward to hearing if you guys saw the line before I went over the solution. So take care. Hope you enjoy the video, and we'll see you next time.